All right. We are here. Hi, everyone. Ooh, already. My goodness. Hi. Okay, so here we go. So let's, I'm just going to give enough time because I know a lot of people are coming to today's cut up for David Arnold. You all are thanking me for doing this, but I honestly have to thank the incredible Julie Arnold and David's mom, Barbara Massey Arnold, for this opportunity to, as a fan, not as sister and friend, but as a fan, to be able to have a place for the fans to come. So basically, guys, we are not doing, this is not a memorial and this is not a tribute or anything like that. This is for the fans of David A. Arnold to be able to share, some of the things, the little bits that they love that he did, or a punchline, or one of the posts from home, because he had such a robust, hey, Holly, such a robust IG, especially during the pandemic. He and Julie and the girls really helped get us through a lot of that. So that's what this is for. So I'm going to be letting people in. If I don't get to everybody, please know, A, I ain't never done nothing like this before. And B, I know that we all want to share. David just was so damn funny, and just had the greatest bits, and what I call, he was one of the comedy callback kings, which means he could drop a seed on you in a bit and then bring it back, 5, 6, 7 jokes later, or at the very end, all of that. So anyway, hey, Ohio, I know he's a Cleveland son, so I know that was very important to David. So we are, and I'm going to try to read the comments. It's a lot that I'm going to try to do and get it all done. But I thank David and his mother and David's wife, I thank David's wife, Julie, and David's mom, Mom Barbara, for this. Again, this chance to be able to provide some space for us to be able to, share what made us giggle. So I'm gonna actually start. I was, like most of you, watching Fat Ballerina and It Ain't for the Weak recently, and then of course visiting just lots of posts as I could, and just one of the funniest things, and there's going to be a ton of them, was when he said that his dad was like, you just fuck around and play all day. What kind of job you can get where you just fuck around and play all day? And then he did like this to show this is exactly the job. And I just thought that was so telling, and him saying, hey, this is all I've ever wanted to do. The other punchline for me is when he said that he graduated at the bottom of his class. He was like, nigga, my name was on the program at the very bottom, and then the nigga who printed the program was after that. So those are some of the funny moments. Quick backstory in case some of you don't know. So I actually met David back in, I think, 2009 or so, when we all started working on Meet the Browns and a little bit of House of Pain, but primarily Meet the Browns. And so it was this little, group of us that was there writing and directing. They were writing, I was directing. And so, just over time, becoming a family, and not like family, but becoming a family. So for those of you who are like, wait, what's this connection? It isn't just that I direct the show that David created, That Girl Lele. I actually, with his 1.8 GPA, yes. And so there was actually quite a familial history, if you will, before that. So, anywho, so I just wanted to give you guys some more context, for all of this. Here we go. Oh, and here's an example of me talking about him being a callback king, a comedy callback king. In Fat Ballerina, when he was talking about baby girl that was eating the icing off of the cake and everything, and then in like maybe 5-6 jokes later, he brings up having his, not wanting to see his girls on the pole, and he said, "What? Why you up there, baby?" And she says, "I'm dancing for icing." That's a callback. Hilarious, absolutely hilarious. And then some of the things that he would do as recurring moments or recurring little threads or recurring seeds. So, for example, when he would always say the disrespect, or it's disrespectful, it's disrespectful. And now he's got Tommy Hobson saying that in That Girl Lele. Let's go ahead and dive right in. We're going to try to get to as many fans as possible. Yes, Ashlyn and the icing. Yes, exactly. So we're going to try to get to as many people as we can. David also has a number of famous fans. So if you're on here and you're like, oh, is this for fans only? Yes, but he's got famous fans too. So if you want to pop in, just let me know on here, and I will again do my very best to get to everybody. Before we really dive in, wanted to get the kind of the spokesperson, if you will, for David's mom. She's like a niece to Mom Barb. And so her name is Joy, and she's just stunning, just beautiful. And I'm trying to find the request because she was so prompt. She's an attorney. So, okay, got it. David's sister will also be chiming in. Joy Esquire, if you can come back in to give me a request again so that I can get you in to just kind of set the table even more so, if you will, from a few words from David's mom. And so we're going to be doing that. I know one of the famous fans, if you will, that's going to be dropping by is Eddie Levert Sr., very close to the family for a very long time, I think almost all of David's life. Joy, if you can definitely give me another wave or something so that I can bring you into the room. I think I see it here. Thank you so much, everybody, for being patient with me. And I'm going to get to all of your requests as well to come into the room. And so we'll get to you guys as well. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to pop on while I'm trying to find Joy to represent Mama Barbara. So in the meantime, I know who I'll bring in. Gabrielle. So Gabrielle, I'm going to bring is a part of the show That Girl Lele, and she's tremendous.
Hi, Miss Kim. How are you?
Girl, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you. It's good to see you. I'm sorry, for everybody that comes in, I'm sorry that these are the circumstances. However, I feel like, the family and specifically David certainly felt like he got his flowers, the comeuppance, the trajectory that he was on and everything. Hi, Travis Green. Thank you. So, Gabrielle, can you tell us, and again, everybody, this is not a tribute or a memorial, but we're just kind of talking about just funny moments in David's either stand-up specials on Netflix or his IG or anything like that. So what's some of your favorite funny moments?
Yeah, so over the past few days, I've kind of had time to just reminisce on all of the good things that he had to offer this world. Mm-hmm. And specifically being around David 11 and a half hours a day, there's always been something that I always took away from him and always learned from him, because he was just a treasure trove of positive information and things that you could learn from.
Mm-hmm.
But specifically, I don't know how to swim. So David, Ashlyn and Anna Grace are two of my best friends. So I am spending tons of time at their house, and they have this pool. And David did not know that I didn't know how to swim. So it was supposed to be like a pool party type thing. And David was like, "Where's your bathing suit?" I was like, "I don't know how to swim." He's like, "Well, we're going to throw you in." So he grabbed me by the arm and started like dragging me towards the pool. I'm like, no, wait. So David that would always be our joke on set. He would walk by me and just say, "We're going to get you in that pool. We're going to get you in that pool. You're going to learn how to swim. You're going to figure it out."
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah, that's a very funny thing that I hold on to in my heart, is possibly learning how to swim for David.
For David. Yes, absolutely. Between Fat Ballerina and It Ain't for the Weak, do you have a favorite?
Ooh, I would say maybe It Ain't for the Weak, because hearing jokes about my friends are very specific.
Mm-hmm.
And those are things that David would talk about on the daily, like
Mm-hmm.
Anna Grace and Ashlyn, maybe not wanting to go to volleyball practice, or, specific things about their household. Those are memories that I'm always going to hold on to, because David, throughout both specials,
Mm-hmm.
showcased how much he loved his family.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
It
Mm-hmm.
was not, he wasn't just being funny or telling jokes. He was telling the truth, but he was also showcasing, while this, and this happened, I love this person for this, and this. So that's something that I really cherish about David, and about our relationship, and the relationship that he had with all of us and with his fans as well.
Yeah. Thank you for dropping by. I love you.
Absolutely.
So amazing. And, I know how much he was a fan of yours as well, and your fearlessness to just, jump out there. And I think that, I know a number of stand-up comedians, and that's something that you have to have that at your core, that sense of being fearless, So, so kudos to you for having that in you as well.
Thank you. I'm always going to be a fan of David. I'm always going to be a fan of yours. So thank you for giving us all this space to come together and bring comfort to each other.
Thank you, honey.
All right. I love you, Kim.
Love you too. I'll see you soon.
All right. See you soon. Bye, you guys.
All right. So Robert Glasper, it's funny. I knew that you were going to come by today here, because you, in your comment yesterday, you were saying that even though you didn't know him, you were a fan. And that's an example of somebody that, was a famous fan, if you will, of David Arnold. And so, Robert, if you do want to pop in, I'm not going to put you on the spot, brother, but if you do want to pop in, you are more than welcome to. Just let me know. Okay. Do we have... There she is. Yes. Okay. So Joy Hunt Esquire, she is representing Mama Barbara, and being able to share. Hi, beauty.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate you.
No problem.
Yeah. So guys, Mama Barbara called me this morning, and she said, Kim, I'm not able to come on, but I would like for my beautiful niece, Joy, to come on and represent my thoughts on this. And again, just to put this all in context for everyone, at our show, That Girl Lele, which David created and executive produced with two wonderful producers, Beck and Hart. And so they had this gathering, if you will. It wasn't, again, not a tribute, not a memorial, but just coming together to try to just breathe. Mm-hmm. And so Mom and Julie and Ashlyn and Anna Grace came, and Mom and I sat in David's office for a while, and she said, I want the fans to be able to feel that they have access. I want David's fans to feel like they've got some place to be able to go during all this time. And that's what this platform is, and this IG Live is for that. And again, not to share in a tribute or a memorial type of way, but I felt perhaps the way for this is just saying the things that David said that made us laugh, whether it was a story, a punchline, or anything like that. But again, Joy, thank you for coming through and sharing Mama Barbara's thoughts.
No problem. So Aunt Barb, I guess Mama Barb to you guys. It's a lot. It's a lot for her to take in. Cousin Dave, is her firstborn. And they were just so close. So, some moments she's good, but I think what's really helping her is seeing all of the love and how much of an impact that cousin Dave, made. Like, there are tributes going on in Spain right now. She really just feels all of the love from his fans. And I don't think anyone in the family really knew like how much of an impact, like even on my little Instagram, people are like, oh my God, like, how you know my cousin Dave? Like, it's like she can really just feel all of the love. So if I think her being able to feel the love and understand what kind of global impact cousin Dave really had, I think that is what is helping her cope, because cousin Dave, he's not funny. Like, he's not that he's not funny. He's not just a comedian. It's like, if you listen to his jokes, especially It Ain't for the Weak, it's a story.
Yes.
And it's really a positive story about, like, don't give up. Like, I was at the rehab. Cousin Dave left rehab and came to my mama's house with those 2 trash bags. Everything he's saying is true. And so if you know him, to see him go from one spectrum to the other, or just to hear his story, I think the impact is, you can do, if I can do it, you can do it. I think that's what he really gave to everyone. So Aunt Barb wants to say, thank you to all of the fans. The family can really feel your love and support. If you want to follow Aunt Barb, maybe you can pin her little Instagram, and kind of just, give her maybe a little DM, or just to kind of share, how cousin Dave really impacted you, or just made you have a good day, in all what's going on, especially in the pandemic. Like, I would always chime in, because cousin Dave and, Aunt Julie and Ashley, Anna Grace, like, their whole little thing was hilarious during the lockdown. So I think they really just made such a great impact. And I think the love is what's really getting Aunt Barb, kind of just through the day.
Very much so. Very much so. Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate
No problem.
We're all in this, as I keep saying, we're all in this crappy ass boat together.
Right.
To be able to have one another. If you can put her Instagram handle on comments.
Okay.
But thank you so much, Joe. We appreciate it.
No problem.
And we will.
Thank you for doing this.
Of course. Thanks, honey.
Bye.
Okay, so now we're going to bring in a couple of you guys, okay? A couple of the fans. So now let me remind all of you of a few things. Number one, we got a lot of people to get to, okay? Number two, we've got a lot of people that want to share. And so please make your sharing as, concise, if you will, as possible. And also remembering, again, this is not a tribute. This is not a memorial. This is cutting up, okay? We are doing a cut up for David Arnold's gifts. And I called it that because David and I were like brother and sister, and we would cut up all the time. So let me get a couple of our fans in here. Everybody just be ready, because I'm not going to just call your name out and have y'all prep. So Mr. Pearson, I will get to you in 1 second. But let's try, let's try one feisty female. Are you there? Caller, are you there? This is almost like talk radio in some kind of way. So just, come on in. And hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
And thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
Well,
much for doing this. I
of
appreciate
course.
you. I
Thank you for
can't believe
being a
I can't believe I got on. I'm wearing my shirt for the occasion. I'm gonna try and make this quick. David had me at Get Your Shit Together back in the old vlog days, and I remember, interacting with him in comments and things like that, and telling him that he had a fan for life because I have a kind of a requisite number of laughs I need to get in every day just to get through life. And so
Yes.
he really, really touched like me in that way because just his humor and the credits bitches, like I couldn't, like he was just funny to me. And one day I found out that he was going to Okinawa, and I told my friend who was teaching for the Department of Defense out in Okinawa to check him out, like the show, right? Then I get a text from her and she says, "Why do you have me out here picking up this man that you don't even know?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She said she went and picked up David from the airport as his chauffeur, I guess. And then she asked him, "How do you know Monica?" And no. I got into this car with somebody who could have been an axe murderer. I was like, "I didn't tell you to go pick him up from the airport. I told you to go check out his show." And so a friend of mine got to meet David in person way before I ever did. And so years later, she
Wow.
would always come in sorry, I'm trying to make this fast, during the summer. And she's like, "He's at the Comedy Union. Let's go check him out." And I was like, "What the hell?" I looked like crazy, but I was like, let me just go. So we went, and he just fell out laughing because the story is ridiculous. So anyone who knows me and sees my posts knows that we talk about these Okinawa shenanigans. That's what we're talking about. And then one last thing, I went to go see him once at the Comedy Store, and I had just gone through a transformation. I'd lost a lot of weight. I'd gotten in the best shape of my life. He didn't know me from the next person, but David is so good at making regular people like me feel like your family that he wants to celebrate. And so I just wanted to come on and share that. Much
Yeah.
love to the whole family. I never got to meet them because we weren't that kind of friends, but he just made an impact on my life. And one of his best friends, Chris Spencer, we grew up at UCLA together. So much love to him as well, because I
Okay.
know what a loss this is for all of us. So thank you, Kim, for bringing me on. Big fan of yours as well. I feel like we grew
Thank,
up together. So thanks for
thank,
having me on.
thank you. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate it so very much.
All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Okay, let's see who else we're going to bring in the room. Again, sharing our funny stories or things that just made us holler with laughter from David A. Arnold. Someone put up here, Papa said he was lazy. Let me tell you something. When we saw him do that whole bit as his grandfather at the Netflix release party of It Ain't for the Weak, oh my goodness, so just so powerful, but funny as hell. Funny. Okay, let's hear from, let's see, Derek Wright. Let's see, we're gonna bring you into the room. Derek Wright, come into the room, please, and share one of your favorite David A. Arnold punchlines or funny stories that he did on either IG or one of his specials. Guys, we're gonna definitely, John Beck is in the room. I told you, Beck and Hart, who executive produced That Girl Lele with David, who created the show. So they're in the room. Hi, guys, have been extraordinary with the leadership over at our show, That Girl Lele. Okay, David Wright, are you here? Are you here? Last call. All right, let's get somebody else. Let's see. Fat ballerina Julie falling off the scooter on the cruise ship. I was just listening to that as I was getting ready. Absolutely. The tap out. A lot of people, didn't really know about his specials right away. They really got introduced to David and the whole Arnold family on through IG and the whole quarantine and everything. And they were like their own show. It was almost like the Arnolds. And so, hello, how are you? Hello,
Hi.
hi. So,
Hi, Kim. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you for joining us. So Mama Barbara said, make sure you bring in Drew, please, or Dunn, excuse me. Drew Pearson is a football player.
It's a football player.
Dunn, hello, welcome to the Cut Up for Dave.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me. You know, obviously, my connection with the family and all that, we go all the way back. Of course, I've been knowing David since he's just a little boy, and all of that you might expect, being a family member and close to our group and so forth and so on. And my roots connection with him is via the OJs, which his mom and his stepdad I've been very intimately involved in through the years. Yes. So what I would say in this moment, first I'll start with Bobby Massey, which was one of his stepdads who was, of course, involved with the OJs. Well, just yesterday, we just laughed about the joke that he told about Bobby himself, about the juice, that he only allowed the kids to only have one glass of juice, and then David saved up his drink tickets and showed them on Friday, like, bam, give me my drink, Yes. And all Bobby and we could just say is that he was just funny. So he would take the real life stories, that might be on the edge, or, you might be feeling some kind of way about it, but we found the humor in it, even in these very moments that we're having right now. And that was David. And so going to Mama Barbara, of course, I mean, through this can't be there are no words to express her overall feelings. Mm-hmm. However, we can still laugh about it. And throughout his career of comedy, we would just turn some of these real life stories, and that might be, I don't know how he's gonna go in there and say that about me, But then we would find the humor in it, and it would just lighten the whole thing up. So it would take some of the sort of seriousness out of it and turn it into fun. Because if others can laugh at you, you can laugh with it yourself. And then you realize this, well, you know what? It wasn't all of that we sometimes put on ourselves. So I think that's what I want to say about Mama Barbara here. This feeling of outpour of love is just showing her that all the things that happen along the way and so forth and so on has just made it in some sort of way a connection of love. So David, all we could just say about him is that, we watched him grow. We loved every step of it. And this boy was just funny. Yes. I mean, I look back on it, see, you have to understand. We used to record in the basement, we recording all these albums, OJs, all this, we're creating all this music down in the basement. And David was that little boy upstairs, what I'm saying? And he's just listening to it. Right. And so we laughed. We just laughing yesterday, saying, you know what? David, if he knew some more of the words of some of these songs than even we did. We're not right. David could laugh about it. He could joke about it. Yes. And one that I'll speak on from a funny way for me as well. It's very simple. When he talked about meeting his real dad, his birth dad, and his name was Mike Payne. Okay, I'll be specific. So, the story itself was an emotional story and all of that. But David turned it into humor. Okay, and I take it one step further. It's like, like David be saying, well, my dad was a big disc jockey, then what was the problem? Play our records thing. What happened there? So, I mean, he was just, David is a spirit for all of us. We carry him, our love with him and so forth and so on. But I'll say it again that we talked about him yesterday. David, at the end of the day, was just simply funny. I mean, he just turned his whole thing. He found the humor from the family standpoint. And like you just said, everybody said already, everything he said was true. He just told it in a funny way, which makes us all feel the love that we have from him, because that made us all feel like a part of his family. And I hear you say that all the time, Kim. I can see it on your face when you talk about him. It's got that, it's got that love thing, because he was an open book. So I won't go on anymore. I'll just say thanks for everyone that is doing it. I'm saying that on behalf of his mom and his father and all of us from the OJ's family, if I may speak that widely, that we just accept the love, we appreciate the love, and we appreciate everybody. And we, triple salute. Thank you so much, Kim.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have to say, guys, I'm trying desperately. I might have to ask Mr. Pearson offline if that basement was the basement that the cousin that didn't hear very well when they caught her when David was a little boy, and David said that she kept going, yeah, yeah. I want to make a T-shirt that says yeah, because that story had me hollering in the theater when I saw that. All right, so let's get to a couple more fans, and then hold on, because he just said the OJs. Somebody's about to come in the room, y'all, right now, and he is so dear to me. I love him. He knows I love him. Hi, Eddie Levert.
Hello, Kim. How are you?
Okay, I need you. Can you tilt your camera down?
Yeah, I'll come down a little bit. You got the top of my head. Right. Well, I just want to say, I was devastated when I got the news of this, because me and David, like a few months ago, maybe last year or a year before the pandemic came, we did a show in Chicago. His mom, Barbara, had made sure that he was on the show and that he could do a segment of his comedy. And he used to always say, well, I saw you perform on the stage, Eddie. And then when I saw what you were doing and how the people were acting, I had to get me some of that. I just had to get me some of that. And I said, well, right. We spent that whole night from the time that we got off the show to the time that till early morning, the sun was coming up, and we were talking about what was funny and what was not funny, and what was real and what kind of. This was before he did the Lele show, and he was telling me about he had all of these things coming up, and so we talked about what was funny and what was not funny, and and I told him, I said, well, you know what I found out, man, that even doing my show, the most funniest things that people really laugh at is when you can laugh at yourself, and when you can tell a joke about you and you find that it's funny. That's the real comedy. And
Yes.
he just went from there to the stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when he started doing his live with his family from his home, and being able to laugh at oneself was great. And I think he captured that, and that's what made him so great. And along with Barbara, who's one of my biggest fans, she made me she got me on the Meet the Browns show with him, because he was a writer on there.
Yes, I was
And
there.
then they were planning on getting me on that girl Lele sometime, but the pandemic came in, and that was slow. Look, I love that kid. He was a special talent.
Yes.
And I get emotional because I loved him. That was it. And I want to get off here now before
Yes. We love you.
listen. Barbara, take care. Julie and the girls, y'all take care.
Yeah.
I love you, Kim.
I love you. I love you. Thank you for all you're doing to help Mama Barbara through this too.
Yeah.
Okay. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Only David Arnold could get comedic wisdom from the king and core of the OJs. What? How'd that work? But to have that nugget from Eddie Levert and then to take it and run with it. I mean, run with that gem of wisdom from Eddie Levert, and to till the soil with Julie and the girls and Mama Barbara there with him with all of that. So, okay. Let's get some more fans in here. Everybody that's on here is a fan. Okay. If you have my cell number, just send me a thumbs up if you want to be brought in, because I don't want to put you on the spot. And if you got my cell, then we cool. So you just let me know. Oh, the ice. Child, I thought y'all was telling me talk about the ice like I know that David's, ice person. I'm like, that's Julie. There's nothing to talk about. They talked about each other all the time. You mean the ice maker story that he told that was so funny in Fat Ballerina, and how he wanted to kick his cousin out because the ice person, the person was taking up all the ice. Hilarious. So let's go to let's see, Jacqueline M. Jordan. Okay, yes, I just saw your text, and so I will do that. But Jacqueline Jordan, are you in here? Are you in here? I'm trying to add you. I don't know where you just went to. I'm trying to hit the buttons. Okay, there we go. All right, let's hear and see what you have to say. Hey, everybody, all the fans from around the world of David A. Arnold. This is not a tribute. This is not a memorial. We are just cutting up because that's what David and I would do. We'd be on Zoom meetings and we'd be in meetings in person, just writing notes to each other and all kind of shit, just cutting up. And so we want to give the fans, famous fans, people who may not be famous but are extraordinary in your own rights, we want to give you all a chance to be able to say what you loved or what you enjoyed about David's comedy, some punchlines, some of the stories. So now I'm just randomly just tapping people. And so come on in, make sure your IG is strong, your Wi-Fi. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, what's your name?
How are you? My name is Robin.
Hi, Rob.
I'm Robin from Cleveland, Ohio.
Hi.
And I am here in David's hometown, and I fell in love with him during the pandemic. And I've been following him, and I'm just like so honored because I was there at the Netflix special.
Oh, wonderful.
And I am just like, oh my God. And I'm so glad you're doing this because that's all I've been doing is just looking at the videos, cracking up, and just enjoying the girls, seeing them grow up, but being just in the background. It ain't for the weak. It's this thing called a family.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love his spirit. And it's like, oh my God, my little brother, my brother from another mother, I just got him. And it's like, okay, but you know what? He had another assignment. So that's one of God's angels. And like I said, I'm good, I thank you for accepting me and letting me share. I just snuck out on my break, so I'm at work.
Okay.
But I had to come in and just share with you guys, and I thank you so much. And tell Miss Barbara, I love her, and I love Julie and the girls, and I love you, Kim, for doing this.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping by, especially on your break. We appreciate you and the funny stories and the way that he just clearly made you. I mean, you just think of certain things and you just get so tickled, as we just saw. So thank you for that. Want to bring in somebody from our That Girl Lele family. Lanye, I know I saw your text, so I'm trying to find you. I see you. Here you go. So Lanye is on That Girl Lele. She plays Deacon Gladys. I was really thrilled to work with her in the Shop episode. Hi, fam.
Hi, Kim.
What's up, Kim?
Plays Marky.
Yes.
Yes.
That Girl Lele. So, this has been just, again, we're all in this shitty ass boat together.
Yeah.
And, so doing what we can. But thank you for sending me the text saying that you had a funny story that you wanted to share.
Well, it's so funny because during this last couple years, man, like all of his IGs as parents, we could just relate to.
Yes.
And it's so funny because now there's so much stuff that we just say even the kids say like around the house that is just hilarious.
That we all got from David. Like
Yeah.
one of our favorites were these kids. So every time something is going on in our home and these boys are acting up, we're like, these kids. And the kids, they say it too.
Yeah, they say it too. They
so,
talk about themselves.
Yes.
In David's voice. And I'm just like, oh my goodness.
David is forever in our vocabulary. And I am so thankful for how he just blessed our lives.
Yes.
Another one of those words is just disrespectful, you know, to the point that Randy was saying it the other day. And I'm just so blessed to be able to have those little nuggets.
Yeah.
That when we say those things, you know, his spirit and who he is just comes to mind. And he was an amazing man, and just so thankful for just who he was and the light that he was in this world. So we just wanted to share that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm a brag on you for a minute. Okay. Not only are they raising some extraordinary kids, these two right here. And again, their son Marky is on That Girl Lele. P3 is what we call him.
Yeah. If you guys say, I'll go grab him really quick.
He's just in the house.
Oh yes, please.
Yes.
He's funny on That Girl Lele. And no matter what David or Beckenhart would throw at him, you know, on the page, he would process it, digest it, and then deliver.
Yes.
This lady right here, the beauty shop episode, guys, send a wave or some kind of hairstyling something emoji. Show us that you watched the beauty shop episode. And that was such a great episode, and I was very honored to direct that one. And so that was actually supposed to be another actress who was not able to make it. And in the hour, Lanye stepped in, and they said, well, she's already in the episode as Deacon Gladys, and it shifted and immediately became Gladys Shop. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good.
I see all the beauty shop. Can you guys see all the beauty shop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's P3. And, you know, I know that you may have seen one or two of David's, you know, specials. But also I know that you watched a ton of the IGs that he would do and he and Julie would do. So other than saying these kids, what else do you like from one of David's comedy bits?
Well, I like when he was doing the workout videos where he would like be working out and then all these customers like making these funny faces. I just love that.
Yeah. Well, I know that he loves you guys. Thank you so much for dropping by.
Thanks for having us.
Are we all co-workers and family at That Girl Lele? But obviously we're fans.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
A. Arnold. So thank you so much, fam, for dropping in. Let's get to some other fans. Mwah. All right, guys. So again, if you're just now tuning in, we've got some more, certainly some fans, family fans of David's. David's sister is in the room. Please send me a wave or a hand praise. Hand praise. Kim, you're an idiot. To remind me of what your IG is, please, for David's sister. And in the meantime, we'll just bring in another fan here. Let's see. How about Teresa Renee Miller? Are you here? I'm just going to keep grabbing people. Thank you so much for understanding the parameters of this live, that it is not a tribute, nor is it a memorial, but we are, cutting up and sharing the things that made us cut up with David, from his specials and his IG. Hello, are you there? Hello, are you there?
Who are you trying to get?
You. Hi.
Me?
Yes, you. Move.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you see me? I'm sorry. I can't see you.
Come on, let's see the spirit that's in you from David A. Arnold. Come on. Let's see the kind of spirit in you. Where is it? Are you?
Can you see me?
Come on.
But you can hear me. Okay, well, let me just speak because I don't want to waste any time. I love David. So grateful for him and his entire family. My cousin introduced me to David via text during the pandemic. She said, you have got to see this man. He is hilarious. So it was the water internet IG. when Julie was buying the bottles of water, and David told her, if you buy one more bottle of water, I'm shutting the cable off. And she was like, David, do not bring this energy to our house. You are disrupting the energy of this house. And David did not care. And I have been a fan ever since then. And It Ain't for the Week and Fat Ballerina love them both. But I think it was It Ain't for the Week when he was talking about the playground. And I'm a 70s kid. We were born in the same year, David and I. So I can relate to all of his stories.
Yes.
We didn't have padded playground.
Yes.
We had glass. We had cigarette butts. We had beer bottles.
Slides.
Yes, all of that. And he said, now it's padded for these bitch ass kids. And that was hilarious. Love them all. Love Julie, Mama, Anna Grace, Ashlyn, and we all have been blessed because we got a chance to share David.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Hug everybody that's close to you because we are here for just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Love you too, Kim, forever.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Even though we didn't get to see you, thank you for sharing. Thank you, thank you. Yes, absolutely. The water. And then that's what I was telling you guys, the callback king. So he's planted those water seeds, so to speak, in the IG world and in the special. And then sure enough, and It Ain't for the Week, he was talking about poor Julie getting all the way upstairs. I'm like, oh, I forgot my water. Such good stuff. Such good stuff. I'm still waiting for Mama Barbara. I know you're watching, and we love you. We love you. So if you can please send me David's sister's name so I can find her on here, and or her what do you call it? Her handle, please, because there's a ton of stuff. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm Daviki.
Hi.
I see me. My mom. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
Hi.
Oh, yeah. Hi, how are you?
I'm all right.
I met you at the special. I'm not sure if you remember.
I know. That's, oh, I hit it. Yes.
Okay.
Please welcome David's sister into the room.
Okay. I'm sorry. I feel like I should look better than this, but it's not about that. It's about sharing.
Beautiful, and we see your spirit, but we see you. And at this time, the fact that you are here, we're grateful, and we are sending so much love.
Thank you. Just for clarity, I am Daviki, his baby sister. It was so funny. He would always introduce me as his baby sister to all of his friends. And I'm like, David, I've been married the longest. My children are the oldest, but I guess I'll always be his baby sister. That's never going to change. And I'll say this. Today I'm happy, which is a good thing. I can smile, I can laugh about my brother, and that brings me so much joy. But what I can relish in right now is my husband's in the military. He's been in the Navy for 21 years, so we move all around the world. And just recently we moved back from Japan, and we did not want to come to California. I was like, we've been to California before. But I realized, and I thank God that during this time he put me here, one, to create beautiful memories with my brother. Beautiful memories these last 8 months. I relish in that because it's so funny. My birthday's in April, and I was like, David, my husband and I love karaoke. I called him a month in advance. I said, get your mind right because we're doing karaoke. He's like, Daviki, I'm not doing that shit. I said, David, yes, you are. I said, I'm your baby sister. It's my birthday, and you have to. So weeks before I would prep, get your mind right. He said, I'm not coming. He came with open arms, and he sang, and he brought me a nothing but cake. Him and Julie, we had a great time. And then Memorial Day, I texted him. I said, what you doing? Nothing. I said, come on, let's throw something on the grill. He said, I ain't throwing shit on the grill. I said, David, whatever. I just came. I bombarded him. My husband and I brought our karaoke machine. I was like, sing some songs with me. He said, I'm not singing nothing, Daviki. I turned on some stuff that we used to sing as a kid. Grease. He loved Grease the musical. So I turned on some songs he sang, and I'm just so thankful that I was able to create those memories. And afterwards, he was like, Daviki, I was so tired, but I'm so glad you bombarded me with your fun and your love. So for that, relish in those memories. And it's just so heartwarming because to me, he was just my brother.
Of course.
Yeah, he was funny. I admit it. He was funny. But I didn't realize but I didn't realize how famous or the impact. I didn't realize so many people loved him. And that in this season gives me so much joy. I know his memory will go on,
Yes.
and that makes me happy. So I'm just thankful that he was kind. He was very kind, and I'm just thankful that he's touched so many people's lives. And I just thank everybody for praying for us. Thank you for all the messages. It really makes this difficult time better.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for stopping by. And so funny that you bring up karaoke, because when we were doing Meet the Browns on Wednesdays, that was the after work on Wednesdays, some of the fellas would go to the karaoke bar. And I've heard all these great stories about David and the karaoke and all of that for about 2 or 3 years of Wednesdays. So thank you for that.
So I'm thankful he blessed me with those karaoke memories.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure you
and
can.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you to all the fans.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Stay on, because you'll be able to keep seeing all the love and all of the support, all the comments. But thank you so much for coming by. Thank you. Okay, we're going to get a few more fans in, and then we'll start to wrap this up. Okay. Wow, there's just so many here. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go back to the request here. The request pages. There we go. Okay. Let's hear from, let's see. Let's get a gentleman in here. Let's get a dude in here. Derek Wright, 208. We tried to get you before. Hopefully you get the request to pop in. Also, Tommy, if you're here, if you want to pop on, let me know. Just wonderful, wonderful people here in the room for this wonderful time of cutting up. Pete Rock is here. Real Pete Rock is here. Hello. Please send a thumbs up. I'm sure that you had reposted any of David's hilarity. And so I'm seeing all of the comments. Somebody said me, Kirk Elliott. All right, let's do that. Let's try you, Mr. Kirk Elliott. Hold on, let's see here. Go live with Kirk Elliott. Okay, so you're ready. Got it, Water Girl. Hello.
How you doing?
Hi.
Thank you for doing this. I'm so appreciative of this. Thank you. I just want to say, I don't want to waste anybody's time, but to Julie and the kids, the family, oh my gosh, I know everybody's heartbroken, but we just seeing love and prayers. It literally feels like a member of my family is gone. And so to do this is just so appreciative. So just want to say that right off the bat. My wife and I have been following David, I want to say, for about 20 years. I don't know. I have been looking on YouTube to try to remember the show that he hosted on BET. I cannot remember the name of that show, but there was a joke that he told. He was interviewed. It was like Man Cave or something. There's a show. It was something like that, right? And so it was towards the end of the show, and he was talking about being in the left-hand turn lane. And he was like, you know what? I hate being in the left-hand turn lane, being all the way in the back, because it's usually like 12 irresponsible motherfuckers. So we've been saying that now for about 20 years. Anytime we're driving, it don't matter what state we're in. We're here in California, but no matter where we are, it's always, man, I can't believe we're in this damn left-hand turn lane. All these irresponsible ass motherfuckers. So that's all we do. That's all we say all the time. This is my wife, Camille. I mean, oh my goodness. And then obviously
Black Man Revealed, not Man Cave. Black Man Revealed.
Black Man, yes. Yay. Oh my God, thank you. Look, look, my heart been beating fast trying to find that thing.
Mama Barbara has been watching all of this and getting so full, and she just sent me that text. So.
Oh, thank you, Mother Barbara. Oh, you are the champion. Even more than you've been the champion for having David. This is great. I love it. Thank you. Black Men Revealed. That was the awesomest. Oh my goodness.
We love that.
We love that so much. And it's so fun. At that time, we really had no idea that he was a comedian. So then as just all of this time has gone by, it was just so he popped up again one day, I don't know, maybe 5 years or so after that. So 15 years ago or so, let's say, and it was like, oh my gosh, that's David.
Yes.
So for Fat Ballerina and This Ain't for the Week and all of the YouTube, I mean, I've been on YouTube, been looking at the Instagram, just so appreciative. And the best thing, and I know you got a bunch of people that probably want to do this, so I'm going to be quiet, but Camille told me to say her favorite part is from This Ain't for the Week is with Robin. Robin! Stop all that! His hand on my hand, my hand on his. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's the best. So that's the best. And I ain't gonna lie, I used that when I was with her.
Okay, that's enough, you two. That's enough. Y'all go have playtime. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. God bless you, and God bless the family.
Indeed. Thank you. I'm going to dive right in because I want to get Pete Rock in the room. Lele, we see you. We love you. Let me know if you are able. If not, again, just receive all the love. Wait, Pete Rock, where'd you go? Where's the request? And again, Water Girl, I'm coming to you. You know who you are, Water Girl. Come on. Oh, please, Pete Rock, come back. We do want to hear from you, please. And I think did I see DL in the room? Okay, hold on one second. Thank you, everybody, for all the support and loving this. This really is, thank you again for, sharing your heart about this, Mama Barbara. This was something that she said that she, wanted to make sure the fans had access. And so I hope this is, working for her. I think it is. Okay. Water Girl, I was trying to make you last, but I was also trying to bring in Pete Rock, but I'm not seeing the request from him any longer. Darn it. And you know what, guys? We may end up having to do another one of these because this has been so extraordinary. So, the hour is almost up. So yes, let's bring in our beloved Water Bay, our Water Girl. She's extraordinary. She's just extraordinary. She is the truth. Julie Arnold.
Thanks, Kim.
Of course. Hi, sis.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. And Kim, you were so dear to David and to me, of course. But it just reminds me again and again that you are mourning too, because he was someone so special to you. And I know this is even hard for you to do. Thank you so much because you've been so strong. Everybody has been so gracious, and it means a lot to me. So I just wanted to say thank you. And Blue wants to say thank you too. Can we get the puppies? Blue.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You provided in your own way such comedy at such challenging times, and then you were a part of, I can't tell you how many, well, you've been on here the whole time, everyone talking about when Julie had the knee thing on the cruise ship, and when Julie did the water bit, and all of those things. So we appreciate you being okay with being a part of the laughter like that, and being your own comedy, in that sense, that you were never the brunt of the joke, and David crafted everything so well with that. And it was almost like, watching people that are sparring partners, and I was telling my good sister friend today, I said, Julie Arnold's Instagram bio ends with, David Arnold gets to be married to me. I was like, come on, gets to, right? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, and I feel, speaking of getting to, like, that's what's kind of getting me through is the fact that, by the way, I am surrounded with love. You know, I have sister friends who've been here nonstop with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that I feel like I got to be married and I got to be in love for over 20 years with someone who was the mate to my soul. And that is so powerful that I was able to have that. So that carries me through. And that's where I am right now. You know, that's like literally where I am right now. I will be different probably 2 weeks from now. I don't know what that's going to look like, but that's what I can give right this second.
The fact that you are willing to give anything, as you know, continues your extraordinary vibe. So, yeah. Yep. I telling you, we got you.
Thank you.
And so, have to stop by, but one is glad that you did, so that they can, you know, keep pouring into you.
Thank you, Kim. I love you so much. Thank you so much. You've taken a brunt of a lot of this. You've had to hold me up. I know you've held Davis' mom up, and I feel like God called you for those moments because, like, it was hard when me and you spoke. It was hard when you had to hold me and look me in your eyes and just hold me up, and you had to be strong in that. And I appreciate those moments so much. They're powerful and they carry me through. So thank you.
Okay. Of course. Of course. Of course. Do you have, and please forgive me if I am out of order with this, but one of the IG lives or one of the stories that he told, do you have anyone that you go, that one cracks me up every time? I hate his ass for that one, but it puts me, it cracks me up every time, just so that we can kind of, you know, leave everybody in the space that wanted to hold them in this moment.
Right. I will say that a lot of people ask me if these stories are true.
Sorry.
Like the Willie thing.
Hold on. Like.
Are you okay?
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What happened?
I love life. I love those real moments. Oh my God.
Hopper came down.
I will say a lot of people. Oh. Okay. People always ask me if these things are true, and I will say I would say 98% of his stories are true. So the wheelie on the cruise ship, yeah, that happened. It was like at midnight, and I was very confident. Like things like that happen. His sister, people are wondering, his stepsister, she's alive and well. Her name is Robin. This is, you know, she's a real person. So I appreciate a lot of the stories. It was all real. It was very irritating to wake up in the morning and trying to get the girls out to school, and he's holding up a camera. So yeah, that was very irritating. So these things were real. All of this was just our truth and was real and was happening. And as far as favorite, I will get back to you on that one.
Perfect. Of course. We love you. We thank you for allowing.
Thank you.
No, I would not if you had said, sorry, Kim. So thank you to you for this. And we love you, and we love you, and we love you.
Thank you. And the support has been, the outreach has been amazing, incredible. We talk, all his family, all of us speak about it every day. We're just feeling the love, and that helps carry us through, because this is excruciating. Yeah. It's horrible, and it's everything that you think it is. It is. But thank you for help carrying us through, all the fans out there, everybody. Honestly, thank you so much. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Julie. I love you. We'll let you go. Thank you, sister.
Bye.
Okay, so thank you so much for everybody dropping in. We will probably maybe do another one, because there were so many of you that I know we still wanted to get to. But thank you for stopping by and sharing this time. It's meant so much, as you've heard, to the family first and foremost, and to his friends and his colleagues, and to all of you. And again, this was for his fans, you know, whether you knew him or not, the fans, how he just impacted, and that they were able to, you know, that we were all able to share in some of the things that we just, you know, impacted, and how we would cut up with David, because he was a cut up. So here's what I'd like for you to do as a little homework. Thank you, Holly. I love you. Here's what I'd like to do as a little homework assignment for all of us. So I want you to, don't do it now because I won't be able to see you, but over the next day or so, and you can send it to me in a DM, because I want to make a compilation. But as I was watching Fat Ballerina, you remember that little move David did when he stood up and he did like this, and he just said, I was just on stage one day and I did this little move. And it's so ridiculous and random, and yet he made that shit work like a champ. So let's just do that, you know. Let's just all just at any point, because his point was he could just be at work, meaning on stage, and just do that little move. But he said if one of y'all tried that at work, she would not go right at all. So so we want to I'd like to see how many we can get of just all of us just doing that, just that random little thing right there, you know. So anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by. Whew. Okay. Yes, I'm going to save this. I took all morning clearing out all kinds of photos and videos. I tried not to, you know, take away my kids being born and shit like that, so that I had enough room to be able to save this. And then we're going to put it on the other social media platforms as well. Okay. Okay.